Hello everyone, happy Friday. It's almost the weekend. We could have a solar flare hit on Halloween. According to what I'm reading, we definitely have a solar flare, a pretty massive one, heading our way. And they say it could hit over the weekend and it could arrive early on Sunday. It could be late Saturday, early Sunday, depending. But this says that our sun has launched a massive solar flare yesterday, Thursday, I guess late Thursday, and it's heading right towards Earth. The solar flare is expected to hit us over the weekend and most likely on the 31st. Major disruptions could cause major disruptions in the power grid. And NASA confirms that the impact most likely will be around the 30th or the 31st. This could also disrupt GPS reception. We could have issues with GPS satellite type issues and amateur radio disruptions, especially on the Earth's night side at that time when it hits. The disruptions, they said that the quote unquote, the disruptions it causes should be temporary, which makes me ask the question, and maybe I shouldn't think like this, but I do. It makes me ask the question if they knew it was something massive enough that it was definitely going to knock out, that it was not going to be temporary, would they tell us? And I ask the same question whenever I see these stories of, and you've probably seen these, where it says, the Earth barely missed getting hit with an asteroid like 2 weeks ago, and now you're hearing about it. Or you hear that in 2 days or 2 weeks, an asteroid is going to come very close to the Earth, but it's not going to hit us. It's not going to hit us. So whenever I read those, I always ask myself, well, if it's going to hit us and they know it, would they tell us? I don't think so. I mean, why do that? Why have chaos? We would just know when it happens, I guess. So, but anyway, in this case, they are saying that if there are disruptions, that they will be temporary. But who knows, really? So it could knock out power grids. It could be damaging and dangerous to astronauts that are working on the International Space Station. It could also interfere with their communications as well. It could interfere with our communications. So GPS, your cell phone coverage or your cell phone operations, internet, and of course the power, like I said. They said this big solar flare is the result of a coronal mass injection, a CME, that throws out all this plasma coming from the sun's outer layer. Now this solar flare is classified in the largest category of solar flares, and what they call an X1. So that is in the category of the strongest, biggest flares that come our way. The sun is currently in the start of an 11-year cycle where the solar flares are more intense and come more often. And this is expected to peak around the year 2025. So that was interesting. So prepare just in case, just kind of, not trying to scare anyone or don't worry overly about anything like this, but just something to keep in mind. Just think about any backups that you can have. You may already have this in place, but GPS, if it knocks out GPS, if you plan to do some traveling this weekend, you may want to have some maps. You should have a map backup in your vehicles or somewhere in your home, but have some in your vehicle. Power, of course, electricity, or alternative for that, or a plan for that. Communications. So, you could be without cell coverage for a while. You could be without the internet for a while. So be thinking about that. Yeah. So, most likely this won't be anything really bad, but, hopefully not. Also, this story bothers me, y'all. And probably got to do a deeper dive on this. But have y'all seen that story about Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, coming out with a new branding, I guess, of Facebook called the Metaverse, Metaverse, Metaverse. But anyway, he had a big letter come out. I haven't read the whole thing, but I was looking through it. I skimmed it, and a friend had sent one of the viewers had sent me a version of it with some key things highlighted, and it's very interesting. It says the Metaverse will be, it's like I guess a virtual reality thing. You may have seen some stories about this, but it's supposed to be, some of the key things that were pointed out was, or from the letter, or from his letter, said the Metaverse will be a feeling of presence. You will be able to teleport instantly as a hologram to be at the office without commuting, reduce our carbon footprint. So be able to teleport in a way, I guess, or as a hologram to work, go visit somebody, wherever. And like he said, reduce carbon footprint. It's interesting. So physical things that you have now, today, can be just holograms in the future. Instead of physical things being assembled in factories, they will be holograms. There will be holograms designed by creators around the world. Yes. Sounds like Star Trek holodeck to me, but I don't know how that's supposed to happen. Interesting. It's not about spending more time on screens. It's about making time that we spend better quality. That doesn't sound so bad, I know, but some of these are really interesting. He said, so it won't just be required. Some things that are going to be required for this: supporting crypto and NFT projects in the community, but also it will require new forms of governance. So that's interesting. So from now on, it will be the Metaverse #1, Facebook #2. So this is like a rebranding. So over time, he said, you will not need a Facebook account to use their other services. So it'll be the Meta brand. So share your thoughts on this. Have you seen this? Have you read this letter? It's circling around on social media. But I don't know. It sounds like something I don't want to be a part of. It makes me, and I'm on Facebook, but I don't use it a lot. I don't look at it a whole lot just to keep up with old friends and such and family. But it makes me want to automatically turn the whole thing off for some reason. I mean, what do y'all got? What do y'all think? I mean, share your thoughts on this. I mean, there's something deep down that's just bad. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. Call me old school, but it's like these people, like these elites, it's like they want to be the creator. They want to replace God. They want to replace, they want to be the creator. They want to be extra human in a way, if you will. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. That's just what I get. That's just what comes to mind. And what is their end game here? What is their real goal? Maybe am I just overly reacting to this? Am I overreacting? Let me know. Maybe I am. But when I read this, my first reaction is not good. What could go wrong, with this? So the same thing with artificial intelligence. And I know artificial intelligence is already here. It's in a lot of things, of course, I know. But I don't like it. I know it's more prevalent than we even know, that we can, that we even realize. But this is different. And my initial reaction is I opt out. Count me out of this. Okay. I don't think anything can replace the feeling of being somewhere physically and being able to feel and touch it and smell it, right? So when I go to the park and I'm looking at a waterfall, I want to be able to reach out and feel that water, like for real, not just a virtual reality version of it. Now, I can see where it could be in for entertainment purposes, okay, whatever, but not to replace everything. that's my thoughts, at least. Let me know what you think about what I think. And hope you have a good rest of the Friday and leading into a weekend. God bless you and keep you. Let's keep in the Word. Let's keep praying as well. Absolutely. So take care, and I will see you soon.